What up, Pink ladies, T-Birds, just happen to be watchers of my shit. My name is Jimmi Pynk, and we gonna get into it. So, I'm back. I gave y'all a look. If you're new to the channel, I'm not going through the whole explanation of why we doing this lo-fi or none of this shit no more. But I did give a little house of massage. The tongue pop is back. See, the more I'm getting into it, the more I'm getting back into doing this shit. And let me let y'all know, I did just paint my face literally to be on a lo-fi camera to do this. But it's all good because this week we have a design challenge. I love a design challenge. Hoes still on here, can't sew. Guess much ain't changed since I've been gone. But any old way, let's get into the gig. Season 15, episode 5. So we got the separation of sugar and spice. And okay. I gotta get into this spice teas. I'm sorry. I got to bend over and get the wine. We don't got the same setup, folks. I figured since I was doing house of massage, I would get real Jersey with it and drink wine out of a red Solo cup. Because I still got gags. I still pull patches out this bitch. Anyhow, way. I'ma just get right to this. No, you did not think Aura did worse than Sugar, did you really? Sugar ain't even had the sense God gave her to stuff her bra more to be Trisha Paytas. Girl, no, and no. I watched the episode yesterday. Usually I rewatch the episode. I did not get a chance to, unfortunately, and it feels like I say this so much on this channel. But I did lose my first cousin today, so I kind of was... I didn't feel like rewatching the episode, okay? There it is. So we're going to try to get to these notes that I took. I got a notebook this time, as best as I can. I haven't been watching Untucked. I didn't realize it came on after the Real Sluts WeHo or whatever it's called. So I haven't watched any Untucks yet. But apparently they did bring up that Mistress felt like she was second. And I'm still getting used to the names. Marsha thought she came in second place. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Marsha did the damn thing in Snatch Game. She did. But Snatch Game, yes, it's about the character. Yes, that is why Lucy won. It is about the character and being funny and really living and being in that character, which Lucy did. But I gotta tell you, Mistress was funnier. Mistress didn't even remember what character she was, and she was funnier. Like, her jokes were right here. I'm not saying that Marsha's wasn't. They were definitely top 3, for sure. But that was Mistress's Snatch Game. I don't know how that would have went if all 3 of them would have been in the same Snatch Game. It would be interesting to see. But then we have to get to the runway. And even though I did not like either one of theirs look, I said that wrong. Studio Russ, baby. You take 2. Even though it was... I didn't like either one of their looks. Somebody's look was drag and somebody's wasn't. And I'm going to leave it at that. Which automatically bumps you up to be in the second place. Somebody's look was drag and somebody bought their costume from Primark. Just saying. Alright, so let's get into the reading challenge because here's where I have a little bit of disappointment. I love that we've gotten the show down to an hour. But when the show was at its peak and it was good and it was an hour, we may have only had 10 or 12 queens total. This is a lot of queens for it to only be an hour. And for the reading challenge to have to get through that many queens, like, well, I already knew Lucy won because she was the only one y'all let go because everybody else got like a joke apiece. And I'm like, stuff like that moves fast, and I enjoy the reading challenge. You could have had less of that workroom bullshit and gave me more of the reading challenge so I could really get a feel for who won. Because the only reason why I know Lucy was really reading the girls down is because Lucy was shown on TV reading the girls down. What is this? Oh, okay. Astides had a good joke. This is when I was trying to keep up with the jokes and then I couldn't. But I did like that you've been in the bottom 2 times and here's another bottom you've been in. That was funny. I always write her name is Noor. Lux. When Lux said Marsha, it looked like you got your drag from Marshalls. Bitch, that was a read. And that was everything. Like literally my notes just said, I guess Lucy won because she got the most reads, and obviously because everybody else got like 1. Okay, but anyway, so the challenge is a design challenge. I love a design challenge. Y'all know I love a design challenge. I thought they was gonna have to do that shit where they had to decorate the rooms. They flipped it on your girl. And I was here for it. No, we have 3 rooms full of stuff for our 3 judges. And you have to use unconventional materials from these rooms to create a fashion line. Your clothes, they need to be cohesive. It is a fashion line. So we have the House of Cressley, the House of Matthews, and the House of Visage. Immediately, I was like, I would not want nobody else's house but Visage, as you can see. Like, girl, country living over here looking like Cressley knows best. Like, no thank you. We're not doing the Golden Girls. I don't need palm leaves in that shit for Ross. But Michelle Visage, we're going to get satin. We're going to get animal prints. We're going to get color. We're going to get black. Oh, yes. Yes, honey, please put me in the House of Visage. But it's a design challenge. And like Uncle Timmy said, shout outs to Marsha, make it work. Did she ever say make it work? See, that's why you ain't coming second place. You never said make it work on Snatch Game. You never got that in there? Well, we don't know. But whatever it wasn't that funny because it didn't make it to air. You didn't ever say make it work? And a joke funny enough to put it on air? But anyway, so let me see what my notes say, y'all. I got studio rush. Bear with me. Okay, so like I said, I wrote up, I was like, no, they have to make outfits. Okay. So we got non-sewers again. Snatch Game and a design challenge is coming every fucking wall, darling. Why can't you sew? We're going to get into Malaysia Baby Doll because I think Malaysia Baby Doll pulled the patch. I think she pulled the patch. But they were supposed to do the Michelle Visage room. I probably missed some stuff because honestly, I have no time for the workroom stuff. Get to the meat and potatoes. I don't need the parsley. But Ru was not feeling their royalty aesthetic. And to be honest, I kind of wasn't either. Not with animal prints and black satin, and I wasn't feeling it either. So they rearranged. Said we're going to do evening wear. Y'all had all them satin sheets. That's what y'all should have been doing anyway. But, okay. So, Team Cressley, they got a bunch of plaid and leather and shit. So they said, we're going to do schoolgirls. Now, y'all know me. Welcome to my candy store. I'm all about the Heathers. I'm going to get to Jack's when we get to the runway. I'm all about the Heathers. I'm all about Clueless. I'm all about if we are going to do plaid, honey, then we are going to be doing preppy, Gossip Girl, Clueless, prep school. Yeah, we're doing all of that. We're doing all of that. So I didn't hate that was the way they were going with it. However, you're using unconventional. You're using unconventional materials. And pleating is hard. So I was very nervous that was the route they decided to go with plaid. And I'm going to get to S titties in a moment. Because, no, I'm going to get to it right now. You already have like this chola aesthetic. You already came into the workroom with a play on that with the plaid. Why would you not play into that? Because y'all all decided that plaid is schoolgirl. Okay. So Lux is really trying to help Amethyst. And when Amethyst first came out, I was like, okay, she really did help her. And then I kept looking and I'm like, she tried. You've already been in the bottom twice and you can't sew. Girl, you know today was your last day. Oops, spoiler alert, but why is you watching this? You don't know what happened. Alright, so moving on. This is going to be a short review because, like, the bulk of the episode is this is the runway. So we're here now. So Janelle Monáe is here. I stand, I live, I love. Girl, I didn't put it in the wrong damn cup. Okay, well, it was wine in this one too. It was just, I didn't rinse it out from yesterday, but I'll be alright. Alcohol kills germs. See, now the sun Papa's on again. We getting back. I really think it's because my teeth is missing over here. I really do. But anyway, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, Janelle Monáe is here. I stand, I live. RuPaul's dress. I live for blonde with actual yellow in it. I didn't hate that. The dress was giving me very Big Bird meets Luther Sponge meets the 60s. Like, I just don't know how I feel about it. And because I didn't rewatch the episode, I couldn't revisit it. I don't think I was living for it. I did like Michelle Visage's look. I love that she just embraces this little bit of gray stripe that she got, but her wigs be having like a full ginormous gray stripe in it, and I'm here for it every fucking time. I love Michelle Visage's style. That's why I said, I'm like, when they said listen, I put on my leopard bow. This the only dark hair I got, honey. I ain't got no dark hair right now. So I was like, well, I'm gonna put on my afro, put my little leopard bow on, put my little black titties shirt on, even though you can't see the shirt. But because I live for Michelle Visage's style, and I'm here for incorporating the gray into her hair now. I'm here for it. Let's get into these looks. So we have the House of Visage comes first. So, Mistress. It was very simple. It's leopard and black. Am I really ever going to have a complaint about leopard and black? Clearly not. It fit her well. But, like, at the end of the day, it was a corset, a black skirt with a train. But it was finished well. It was definitely a safe look. It wasn't nothing. And then, you do have to remember, the big girls, when you're taking material like pillowcases and things like that, the big girls are not going to have that much room. So obviously I'm like, black satin sheet. I don't know what the leopard was, but she worked. I was kind of surprised she was the only one to use leopard, but like I said, she's a bigger girl. Maybe that's all the leopard that was left. I mean, because, well, somebody else had leopard. Mm-hmm. Okay, Aura. I kind of, these go so fast, but my first thought was I was impressed in was rugs. That was my first thought. I'm like, those are rugs? Again, not a super extravagant fashion moment. Rugs. Y'all know rugs got that like rubbery backing and stuff on there, and you sewed and made an outfit out of rugs? Girl, I'm impressed by that. Amethyst. Oh, honey. Did you even use any hot glue? Because, honey, to me, that just seemed like satin sheets draped. And I know a little bit about just having satin sheets draped because when I lived by myself, and I do miss it, but when I had my own apartments, I didn't have no sheets with satin sheets. I had regular cotton sheets for that time of the month. But other than that, all I had on my bed was satin sheets. So I'm kind of surprised I never actually used any of those to throw together a last minute drag race look. I'm kind of surprised I never did that. Or maybe I tried and it came out looking like that. Because there was a way to do that. There was a way for it to be just a dress halter with the draping. She accessorized it with the gold to make it look like something, gave it a leopard belt, a leopard choker. The ruffle on the panty was kind of a horrible idea, to be honest, because it made the leg bulky, but it was just, you can't sew and it shows. But I loved the half up, half down pony. Like, she styled it. If she could have actually made that a dress like that, where it was kind of like that gold satin was giving me kind of disco, the way she styled it. If she could just sew and that would have actually been the garment made properly like that, I would have liked it. She would have slayed. But it's not that. Spice. I thought Spice's was a little bit sloppy, only because I know it's drag, but is that a skirt or a sash? It can look like it was just too short. You didn't have enough material, whatever. And I know her and her sister style is kind of slutty, and that's fine. And I'm here for a body queen, like I'm a young thin twink, and I'm gonna show my shit. I'm here for that too. And she even said that I'm relying on the body a lot, because a lot of what you did is just cover foundation garments. And the reason why I said it was a little bit sloppy is because I can tell that's what you did with the bra, because I saw some of the black cut coming out the bra on one side. But overall, for what you did, it wasn't bad. And that hair, was everything though. I was like, work Spice, get into it. Now, Miss Lux, who did a slack. And as Janelle Monáe said, and you did a zebra pattern. It wasn't perfectly lined up. It was a little bit off in the crotch, but you made it out of some kind of unconventional fabric, and you did a pattern and a pant and matched it up in that amount of time. And that top, honey, that top was the top. That top, it is so current. It is so now. She had it where it was done with like the gold hooks that probably was like, what was the shower curtains or something was hanging from, like, and then with the leftover satin sheet material, You made a head wrap. So you were giving me Africa. You were giving me Zamunda. You was giving me Wakanda. You was giving me Regal, Queen, African, Serengeti. Like, I just saw that and was like, that looked like she brought that. That looks like she brought that. And that is the level that gets you a win. And that's why she won, and it was well deserved. That looked like she brought that. That does not look like she made that out of unconventional materials. It does not look like she made that there. She looked like she brought that. Stellar. Stellar. I think I kind of don't really like her attitude because, like, you are Valentina levels of delusional and full of yourself. But maybe you are actually doing better than I think you're doing because, yes, you ate this up for lunch and the outfit she had on, I could 100% see Janelle Monáe with it on. I could totally see Janelle Monáe with that on in the video. I totally can. It was chef's kiss. It was amazing. Okay, so House of Cressley. Now Robin comes out. Now mind you, they already said we're doing a schoolgirl aesthetic. Am I the only person that when Robin Fierce came out seen Braveheart? Just me? I got Braveheart. I got Brave. I guess I got all the Scottish Irish movies because that's what I got. I did like the asymmetry, the two different lengths of the skirt, the shoulder piece, but like that's what I was getting. I got Braveheart. I didn't get Schoolgirl. I got Braveheart, and that's fine. And that's fine. But if y'all was all supposed to have this schoolgirl aesthetic, I did not see Schoolgirl on her at all. I saw Braveheart. It was a good Braveheart. Again, pleating is hard. So kudos to anybody that actually did pleating. Pleating is hard. And she ain't had no little bit of pleating either. She had full kilt all the way around pleating. That ain't easy. And she had it on the shoulder and the skirt was two lengths. And I believe it's Cressley, the group that everybody sews. That was Cressley, right? No, that was Matthews. No, that was Cressley. That was the group that everybody sews. So, okay. Jan, I love the concept because, again, welcome to my candy store. Y'all know I love fucking Heathers. First of all, if you're going to reference Heathers, reference Heathers. Why do you have on that mullet wig? If you're going to reference Heathers and your colors of your outfit are gray and red, why are you not wearing a blonde wig? And why, even if they didn't have a red scrunchie, did you not make one out of that plaid material? You found enough stuff to make a mallet to say Heathers, but you didn't think I should have on a blonde wig with a red scrunchie? If you're going to reference Heathers, reference Heathers. Shouts to Meatball. If you're going to reference Heathers, reference Heathers. Number one. I was very excited when she came out with that mallet because I knew immediately. But when this is a design challenge, and the best part of your outfit to me were your accessories. Because I was here for the mallet, because now immediately Heathers. And the boots. The boots was fa-ya-ya-ya-ya. But you didn't cover them boots. You just happened to have brought them boots. You just happened to bring them boots. They weren't for this challenge. There's no way you would have knew that. So you just happened to bring them boots. And the best part of your outfit was the boots, and the mallet. Now, I will give you kudos. I will give this whole group kudos because they, instead of trying to do something basic and simple and clean, they all like tried. What I mean by tried, I mean because everybody tried. What I mean by that is you had this short amount of time, and the way I'm praising Lux for what she was able to come up with. Yeah, pants are hard. Pleating is hard. You want to try to make a cheerleading skirt and a blazer with unconventional materials, very thick flannel plant materials. And the idea was there. The execution was not. I don't know why none of these people in this Crustly group that had this big, heavy, plaid-ass material, why nobody just did a fucking circle skirt. Plain and simple. Or a handkerchief skirt where you didn't even have to sew the hem. A plaid skirt is still going to make you think schoolgirl whether it's pleated or not. Whether it's pleated or not. A plaid skirt is a plaid skirt. And if it's a short plaid skirt, it's going to give schoolgirl. I know it's a challenge, but I will give them that. They went for it. The idea was there. That listen, do I got anybody out there to sew? Because, honey, I would live for the cheerleading skirt that is the gray plaid, but the inserts is red plaid. I would buy that. If that shit popped up on Dolls Kill right now, I would buy that. Because I was like, I never thought about that. Like the cheerleading skirt and the ends is plaid, but the inserts is a different plaid. The idea was cute as balls. Well, balls ain't that cute. But the idea was phenomenal. The execution was sloppy. Now, why do I always say Anitra? I had to remember because I actually have a friend named Anitra, and I had to remember it's not spelled that way. So I have to remember now. I'd be like Aretha, Aida. I'd be saying her name all the way wrong. But Anitra, I remember my friend's name is Anitra. Her name is Anitra. I kind of live for Anitras. And I'll tell you why I kind of live for Anitras. Y'all know I'm like a nerd, right? And y'all know like I have like all this random ass pop culture knowledge. Obviously, I done name checked Heathers, Braveheart, and I'm sure probably something else in this video I done name checked because I'm a pop culture fucking whore. Okay? Y'all thought Lady Gaga was bad about pop culture. No, honey, I am a pop culture whore. Started a whole business about it. Link down below. Nostalgia Mask on Etsy. Check it out. But she was giving me Yang from Ruby. Now, for those of y'all that's been with me for a long time, y'all know, y'all have heard me talk about Ruby, which is coming back in February, and them hoes is going to Wonderland, and I can't wait. But the like half skirt thing, and just the way her outfit was styled, but like it was kind of a blazer, kind of a motorcycle jacket, kind of not. Went off to the side from what I remember, but it was like a half skirt, and it was like pleated and hanging out. It was giving me OG Yang from Ruby. Look it up. Ruby is spelled RWBY. Look it up. She was giving me the OG Yang from Ruby, and I lived. Now, S Titties. I know her name is Selena. Oh, that read was good too. Yolanda shot the wrong Selena. That was a good read too. Again, you do this chola thing all the time, and the idea to make the blanket a vest that would come off in a backpack and turn into a train was fantastic. That was the gag. The dress underneath should have been simple. That was the gag. You had on a puffy vest. Did it look like a blanket? Yeah, but that was the challenge. You used the fucking blanket. It looked like a puffy vest. Looked like a long plaid puffy vest, and then you took it off that backpack, and it was a train. Fabulous. Why didn't you just do a simple bodycon dress underneath that? It's still coherent. It's still giving schoolgirl, because every time you do plaid, it gives schoolgirl. She wanted to do a blazer, a bustier, a skirt. I didn't hate the leather skirt. But if you had leather to do this with a bustier, why not just take this leather down here, connect a different fabric up here, put the leather over the titties, and just make it a dress? I think you was doing too much, and that took some talent to make it into that vest and turn it into that train. That took some talent. She can sew, because that took some talent. But you probably had to spend so much time on that the rest of it was not the gag. And I liked the brown leather skirt with that. I was like, oh my God, why didn't you just make a simple dress, which is going to bring me to House of Matthews? I'm going to do it in order like I was, but I want to get to Malaysia Baby Doll Fox. Because based on what I just said about Selena's titties, Malaysia actually did, and I think she pulled the pad saying she don't sew, because for somebody that don't sew, your shit came out real well. I mean, it wasn't a difficult look, but it was real clean for somebody that don't sew, and that was the first time they ever sewed a garment. But you took a sewing class. Well, what the fuck did you do in sewing class? You didn't sew a garment? I think she pulled the patch on the girls, but simple, clean. I'm going to do this tank dress. I'm going to do this hat, which, I mean, if the hat was already a lampshade, like, yeah, okay. Just get it to fit around my head. And a cape. But simple and clean, and it came out really, really well. So that's what I'm saying. Same thing. Her focal point was a cape. As titties, focal point was a cape. Basically. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. But let's get into Sasha Colby. I was like, stop relying on that body, even though you are the body of the season and I'm here for it. Bathing suit. It's a Palm Springs resort line. Somebody had to do it. You the body in that group. It's fine. But that shower curtain flamingo jacket, bitch, I want one. That swimsuit cover-up, that was, and she lined the bitch. It was shower curtain. Flamingo, and the inside was pink. She lined that bitch. Sasha Colby, thank you for showing us why you are a legend in this game. Because that also looked like she could have brought that. Okay. My girl Lucy. I love Lucy. I love Lucy. No, for real. I love Lucy. Really still pouring it in the same dirty cup. Okay. Lucy. I'm not 100% sure, because originally I thought it was a jumpsuit. Either way, once again, excuse me, pants at this amount of time. Either way, pants at this amount of time. Either way. But it was giving me jumpsuit energy. Was her outfit not giving you Jennifer Coolidge in the White Lotus? Like, that could have been somebody wearing that on the White Lotus. Did it not give it to you? Did it not feed you? Because I was like, this bitch do a jumpsuit? And also, I do want to mention about the House of Matthews actually being the most cohesive, because everybody used that same palm leaf somewhere in their garment. And I was here for it. Malaysia baby doll, like I said, the cape. She had the little cord finishing it off. I was nervous when I seen her in the workroom, girl. But she was like, I made all this, and she walked down the wrong way. I said, this bitch got on the tank dress? No. Where's the patch? Because either she brought that, or this bitch is lying talking about some shit on sale. I'm not saying I was as impressed as Janelle Monáe, who was like, you must be an expert seamstress. But at the same time, we ain't seeing it up close. Janelle Monáe is a fashion girl. She gets picked to go to the Met Gala and deal with designers and get custom shit all the time. So she might have seen something a little bit better than we did for her to say, you must be an expert seamstress. So with that being said, bitch pulled the patch. You're not going to tell me that was the first thing you ever sewed. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. It was too clean. It was too clean. That shit was too clean for that to be the first garment you ever sewed. I don't believe you. But KISS, keep it simple, stupid. I'm thinking a cape and a hat. She came, she saw, she executed, she used the palm leaves. She said, I'm going to be Pynk the house down boots, and this is my vision for the outfit, and she served. Period. I just put Marsha is cute, looks well tailored. I don't even fucking remember what Marsha had on. Marsha is boring. Oh, I remember. Because it did look like it came from Marshall's. I'm like, damn, you can't even give me Fashion Nova. I can't even get sexy, extravagant. I can't even get Shein. I really got to get basic, bitch. Marshalls. No shade to Marshalls. I like Marshalls. I like TJ Maxx better, but same company. But bitch, you are giving me Old Navy tees. Resort. You're not even giving me Macy's. I need you to step your pussy up. I need you to drag up. Okay? Give me some bling. Give me something. Ugh. Drag up. Anyway. But overall, I will tell y'all this. Overall, this challenge, like I said, the people that didn't execute, which was mostly in the Cressley group, which I knew was going to happen because they had the worst of the fabrics. Thick flannels and leathers. They had the worst of the fabrics. They did. They had the worst of the fabrics. The worst colors, the worst design, the worst weight of the fabric, the hardest to work with. Plaids also need to be matched up. They really got the shit end of the stick with that. And at least they were trying to be ambitious with it. So for me, this was a fun runway. Because I didn't feel like anybody, with the exception of Marsha, pussed out. I felt like everybody did try to go a little bit harder. Oh, I'm sorry, and Mistress was simple, but it was well done. But okay. Look, random note. Jax, I hate the wig. I do hate that shorzy ass hockey mullet wig. When do we allow mullets to come back in style? It's not cute for anybody. It never was. It never was. Oh, so wait a minute. Where are my notes at? Okay. Yeah, okay. This is I already talked about all of this stuff, but I'm gonna go to the notes. See, it's coming back to me. It's all coming back to me now. Oh, the lip sync. Amethyst and Estites is in the bottom. I think Jack should have been in the bottom over Estites because at least they both like really overshot what their skills was with the looks. But that coat that turned into the train and the dress for me was just, that was the best part of her outfit. Whereas with Jax, the best part of her outfit was not even what she made. It was the boots. For me. Excuse me, I'm starting to get cloggy. For me. I said at least the vest that turned to the backpack that was on the straps that turned to the train. At least that was something that she actually made that was a moment, even though everything else was sloppy. Jax, the best part about what Jax had on were the boots, and you brought those. You didn't know they wasn't covered from. Listen, I got plaid boots. She just brought them. There wasn't nothing that she got out of that room and covered them boots. They wasn't the same red plaid. You brought them boots. That's just to me. But it's Titties and Amethyst. And I said, okay, Titties. You talk all that shit. Let's see. Did I not write down what the song was? Oh, yeah. It was Queen by Janelle Monáe. I did not write it down, though. Ooh, when you got a lip sync in front of the actual artist. But I wanted something a little bit more well-known from Janelle Monáe, if I'm honest. But it's okay. It's kind of a very good drag performance type of song. And I'm like, all right, I've seen Amethyst lip sync twice. You can't get away with comedy on this song. It's not. This is an empowerment. I don't see a comedy gig. I don't see a comedy thing going on with this. I don't see it. So let's see what you do. And I thought Amethyst actually did a really good job. But as Titties was like, bitch, I'm not going home. I will say this. Couple things I will say, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Number one, I was not expecting Selena Titties to have the amount of athleticism that she had. I was not expecting jumping in the splits. I was not expecting her doing rolls on the ground. I wasn't expecting that. Because your drag is so much and you wear so much shit that I'm just like, okay. It was giving me very Kim Chi. Not saying that she wasn't going to be, that's saying she wasn't going to even be able to hardly walk in heels like Kim Chi, but it was giving me, you always got on so much. How could you even move around the stage like that? I was wrong. Number two is I don't know if it was editing, and I hope nobody takes this the wrong way, because I'm going to bring up a friend of mine who passed away at a very young age, that I used to be in dance groups when I was younger, and we had like dance groups that we like all worked with each other. And there was a guy, he was Puerto Rican. No, he's not Puerto Rican, but Hispanic. And I know like different genres of music that you grow up with, you know, the beat is different and you're used to the accent beat being on a different beat. And I know that they would always have to work with him because he would always end up being like slightly off. And it was because the music he grew up with wasn't exactly the 2 and 4 like it is to dance. For most choreography is a 2 and a 4. Could dance his ass off. He was a little small guy. Dance his ass off, but every once in a while, like he would really have to work at and practice for like the routines to practice to not certain songs that would come on that maybe the beat wasn't real crystal. He would get off, but you could tell he was on beat in his mind because it was never like he was all over the place. He was always behind just this half step. But if you would have moved the music up to meet him, he would have been on beat. I really got that with Selena Titties. I'm like, is it the editing or is you on that like slightly behind beat like my friend Raymond used to be? I don't know. I just know that that was a thing, and that was what he used to tell us, is that that's why that would happen with him. So I don't know, or maybe you was just off beat, or maybe that was editing. But she put it out there on the floor, man. She put it out there on the floor. She wanted to stay, and she made it known she wanted to stay. And I think for that lip sync, she absolutely deserved to. She absolutely deserved to stay because she put it out there. She made it very clear, I'm not ready to go home. And that's what you want to see in a lip sync for your life. You want to see somebody fighting for their life to stay here. And I thought her skirt had dropped for real because I ain't real familiar with the song. And I thought that skirt had fell off for real, and she really reacted to that. Then the next line was like, skirt on the floor. I was like, bitch, do it. Do it till you're satisfied, baby. Do it. But that's it. That's all I got. Oof. Honey, it is not that cold in Ohio today, but my mama heat done kicked on, and honey, the lights, the camera, the action, the wine, the outfit, the makeup, the hair. It is time to take this shit off. So I want to thank each and every one of you for coming back after my very, very long hiatus. I'm going to raise my glass to my first cousin, Nick Clark Sr. You will be very, very missed. I would like to remind you guys, this is really just for fun, to reconnect with y'all. I'm not trying to make no money off this shit no more. I'm not monetized. I'm not a YouTube partner. You can't donate no money to my lives or shit like that. Patreon, PayPal, still down there if you want to do that. I'm not pressed. However, I do run my own business now, and that's where I have been at. So if you would like to support me, link is down below. Nostalgia Mask on Etsy. We have a lot of really cute things over there. And even if you do not buy anything, please stop by. Take a look through the things. I don't give a fuck about YouTube's algorithm, but I do give a fuck about my algorithm that is literally my livelihood, because that is my primary source of income. And I do customs. So if you got an idea, holler at your girl. But anyway, I want to... Ooh. Girl, I'm sweating, but the makeup looks good on that shot, honey. Get into this. Anyway, thank you guys so much for stopping by once again. Girl, this what is this doing? What is this? What is this? What is this? Anyway, thank you for watching, and keep it grizzy. Deuces.